Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Swiss. It is Tuesday. We're gonna try recording this golf content a day early because some people told me they don't have time to watch it if we upload it on Wednesday night. They tee off early Thursday morning, so we're gonna try uploading these on Tuesday night. Moving forward, we missed last week. But the week before that, the last time we did a golf video, you almost went perfect.
Yeah, we went 4 for 5 at the Players, and I think you still sent out a golf pick last week, though, if I'm not correct.
I personally have hit 4 golf bets in a row. The one week I went 3-0, and all 3 of my bets were plus 210. All 3 of them were exactly. So yeah, I've been riding hot with these golf picks. Tailing what you're dropping on here, and I want to give a special shout out to Corey Connors. The gift that keeps on giving. I've bet Corey Connors 3 consecutive tournaments top 20. He's finished 3rd, 6th, and 8th. Corey Connors just automatic into the Kyle Kirms Personal Hall of Fame. Big Corey Connors fan.
And to be honest with you, it's not even like you're sweating it out. It's not like he's been playing with the flirt line. Like, it has been automatic. I mean, Bay Hill, he was... I think he was 1 off the lead after day 1, never sniffed getting outside the top 10. The Players, he played great, was up around that, that top 10, top 20 every single day. And then last week at the Valspar, I mean, again, he was never outside the top 10 once he teed off.
Which is
guy has been an absolute machine.
Machine.
Can we say lay machine? Because is he French? He's Canadian, so is he French Canadian? Lay machine? Can we coin that?
We might have to. Unfortunately, he's not playing in this one. What are we going to do with no Corey Connors?
So no Corey Connors, no problem. We're going to go back to another guy who hasn't missed for you. So let's start with Mr. Aaron Rai.
Yep. Aaron Rai for top 20. You can get him at plus 130 right now.
Yeah, so not the best odds on Rai because he's had such good history and he's actually been playing well of late. So Aaron Rai, his last three tournaments here are all top 20s, a solo 7th, a tied for 7th, and a T19. So I still like it that you're getting him at plus money. And like we said, he's been a gravy train for us too. And every time you pick him, he seems to come through. So I still like Aaron Rai in this spot. I think he's a good fit for this golf course. He is the consistency of puts the ball in the fairway, puts the ball on the green. If he has a good putting week, it's a lock. Even if he struggles with putting, he's going to be right there because he doesn't make a lot of bogeys. So I really like Aaron Rai.
Yeah, he's been good to me. I feel like I have a high hit rate with Aaron Rai. I believe, actually, I don't think I've ever missed with Aaron Rai in the last 2 years. I believe it was a partial payout for the last T20 bet, but it still paid out. So
yeah, at the Players, believe it or not, he bogeyed, I think, his last hole, or I think he bogeyed 17 and 18, and it was ended up with like a T18 or where you got that little bit of a break off. But he's been good for us, so can't complain. And like I said, he's the epitome of consistency. So I really like Aaron Rai in this spot.
Cool. Where to next?
Let's go to the guy who's going to be the defending champion, a guy who's been on a bunch of leaderboards as of late. He was up there at the Players for a while. He was up there at Bay Hill for a little while. Show me Steven Jaeger.
Steven Jaeger, and that starts with a J, right?
Jaeger.
Steven Jaeger is right here. Top 20 for Jaeger, plus 190.
Yeah, so Steven Jaeger obviously defending his title here. He won it last year. Year before that, tied for 9th place. The year before that, tied for 35th place. So 3 out of his last 3 obviously make the cut, but 2 out of his last 3 are inside that top 20 number. Like I said, he's been playing some pretty good golf late. I've seen him up on leaderboards recently. So, I could roll the dice with some Steven Jaeger this week.
Cool. Where to next?
We're going to go to another past champion. I don't know if we've picked this guy yet this year. I've certainly thought about picking him, but we are going to go to Mr. Tony Finau.
Tony. Yeah, I haven't had the best luck with Tony. I'm a fan, but I feel like he has not come through the last few times I bet him.
Tony's been spotty this year. He's had, he's been on the top of leaderboards, and then there's been years where weeks where he's basically like, how he's too good for him to not be somewhere on the top of the leaderboard. So Tony Finau, last three attempts at this golf course, a tee for second, a win, and 24th. So, I think you get him at a decent price. You're getting a little more than 1-to-1 on your money. So I'm going to roll the dice on Tony Finau this week.
Yeah, plus 137. So a decent little payout there for Tony Finau in the top 20. Where to next?
Yeah, my last pick of the week is a guy we've talked on this segment a few times, a guy who I think you're a huge fan of, and I'm certainly becoming more and more of a fan of him. And you get a monster price on him. I think, at least when I saw it this morning, it was plus 700 for a top 20.
What?
Show me Alejandro Tosti.
Oh, yeah. Big Tosti guy. You can get, all right, top 20 is plus 550. Top 40 is plus 190.
Yeah, so listen, Alejandro's only played in this event once last year, and he finished second. Same guy. He was at the Players. He was up there in the Players. He had a bad, I think, third or fourth day that kind of dropped him off of that leaderboard. But I've seen his name pop up on a lot of leaderboards of recent. So, a guy who's obviously had some success here already. The real reason I like Tosti in this spot is when we look at Data Golf, which is one of the models that I use, for predicting the bets that I'm going to place. Data Golf really loves the course fit for Alejandro. And listen, when we're talking about, a guy who's got pretty big odds to finish in the top 20, who's been playing some good golf, and then the model likes him for this golf course too, I think it's kind of a no-brainer to sprinkle a little dust on Tosti and see if we can get some momentum running.
Yeah, I'm going to take Tosti top 40. I'm going to take Tosti, and I'm going to take Rye. I think are the two I'm going to go with. I can't go back to Finau. I feel like I've lost 4 or 5 bets in a row.
It's so tough. I mean, I think if you probably pull up Tony Finau's stats for the year, he probably has 50% of the tournaments he's played in, he's finished top 20, and then 50% of them he's missed the cut.
Yeah,
so he's just so hit or miss. And you're not getting a great price on him. I don't hate you fading that one, but I think I'm still going to roll the dice on Tony. I think he hasn't played. I think he's due, truthfully. That's kind of the momentum or the vibe that I'm going with Tony. He's just due to play some good golf, and at a golf course where he might have actually won it twice, but as of recent, it was just 2 years ago that he won. So I like Tony in this spot. But like I said, bet responsibly. Can't take all the picks, so pick and choose. But let's keep this mojo flowing, baby. I mean, when you're hot, you're hot. We just got to keep going.
I haven't lost a golf bet in 3 weeks now, so hopefully that continues.
Hey, we're peaking right at the right point. Masters is coming up in 3 weeks.
It's 3 weekends away. I thought the Masters was. What weekend is the Masters?
So we have Houston this weekend. Then we have the Texas Valero next weekend, and then it's the Masters. Yep.
Cool. All right. So we'll be back next week. Hopefully, saying we got another green one. Yeah. Talk to you soon.
Let's do it.